Morning everyone, how are we doing? It's a little bit chilly in Sydney today, so I hope you're all keeping warm wherever you are. Morning. So big question that I often get asked, do I need to have my systems and all my ducks in a row before I bring on a virtual champion and have someone else join my team? Another question is, do I need to know exactly what they need, they can help me with and do before they join the team? And my answer is, drum roll. Oh, that's a really bad way of drum rolling. Anyway, is no. And why? Because if you're waiting for all your systems and procedures to come into play, you are going to have a very hard time moving forward. Because as a business owner, and if you're already wearing 500 hats, it's unlikely that you'll actually have time to sit down and write out your systems and procedures. And that is exactly the reason why you need to have a team around you that is helping you do that. So very often, we do a DISC profile as well. Hi, Richie, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. What we often do is a DISC profile. If you haven't heard of a DISC profile, it really is to understand where your skills and your innate skills are, and then there are some what they call learned skills as well. So your innate skills is who you are, whether you're a dominant personality, you're what they call an influencer. C is compliance, and I believe S is, it was just at the top of my head, not social. There is another word there and I'll come back to you. But what we often find as a lot of, depending on what industry, obviously, a lot of business owners fall within that D and that I personality. If you are the case, you tend to be the type of person that are you're goal orientated. Influencers tend to be out there talking to people. I'm very much an influencer in that sense. I like to be able to have one-on-one conversations. I'm very much big picture and things like that. If you get me to sit down and write a system and procedure, it becomes something that sits on my to-do list and never gets done. And so for me, I was in a situation where I knew that we needed to systemize and put procedures in place for us to be able to scale. And for businesses, if you're looking to grow and scale and get to a point where you can step yourself away from it, you need to be able to put systems in place so that that's repeatable and you're not relying on just one person to do it. It's fantastic to have. But do you have to have it before you start anything else? No. Because for a few reasons. One, that you as the business owner, you don't often have the time to do it. Two, you're probably not the best person to do it as well. Because going back to one, you don't have the time, and you probably may or may not, if you have the skill and the know-how to do it and are quick to do it, fantastic. What we often do now is we record Loom videos, and that's a way of helping create systems as well and to-dos. But three really is the time to be able to sit down and write down the systems and procedures for particular tasks and functions. And so what we often find ourselves in as business owners is we are in this state of, to a certain extent, chaos. And when I first started, that's one of the things I said to my incoming EA. I said, are you ready for the chaos? Because I actually need someone like you to be able to help me tame that chaos and organize what it is that is happening in our business. And that is where you identify people who have your the strengths and the passion for the things that are not necessarily bringing you the business. So it goes back to that whole question of, is it high value, is it low value? It is something that's high value, but do you necessarily need to be, as the business owner, the person that's generally bringing in, for want of a better word, bringing in the dough, do you need to be the one that's writing the systems and procedures? No, you don't. Have someone in your team get used to how you operate and the things that you do, and ensure that you've got the right personality and attitude that's looking after that, really organized. Like if they're doing everything in colors, and you can tell when they're doing your filing system and everything else, if they're the right person, they've got a certain mindset as to how to help you organize your business. So that's the person that you want to have as part of your team, because once you get systems and processes and that organization and efficiency in place, then you're able to grow and grow and grow. I have a Zoom call and I have people waiting, so I better get going. Thanks very much. If you've got any questions around that and want to talk to us about how you can systemize your business to be able to grow, feel free to PM us or email me, Cheryl@yourpropertyva.com.au. Have a great day. Bye.